a whole lot of problem is going to happen because of this recession that's coming up. That's just the fact about it. There's no way to get around it. It's really, 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 really going to affect so many people. That's just it. Everybody can remember what happened back in the last recession, 2016. Now, and people are predicting now that this one is going to be even worse than that. So as much as possible, try to prepare ahead for this recession. If you know you are staying in a better economic position right now, try to prepare ahead for this thing before it hits really, really hard. So that's just the situation on ground right now. And again, you have to know Nigerian government has been trying as much as possible to mitigate this problem. One of the things they have been doing is that they have cut back on capital projects and also cut back on recurrent projects. So that's commendable and all of that. But the way this thing is going, you have to understand that money doesn't fall down from heaven. At a particular point, the revenue to the government is going to drop so much that it will start affecting salaries of people. So people working for the government is going to start affecting their salaries. And you have to understand that government itself does not really produce anything, in quotes. Government doesn't really produce anything. So if you start having the revenue coming to the government from oil dropping significantly, it means that government won't have enough money to be able to pay salaries of people. It means you are going to start having a drop in the amount of in the amount of money in circulation. That's going to be a very serious problem, and that is the reason why the federal government through the CBN is pumping a whole lot of cash into the economy right now. And that is just showing you that the government is really, really really concerned about this problem. They're trying to pump cash into the economy so that there will still be a whole lot of transactions going on despite the lockdown, so that everything is not going to just shut down. Because if everything shut down, my goodness, it's going to turn into a very serious debacle. So we don't want that to happen. That's the reason why they're still pumping a lot of cash. But then the cash that they're pumping in, even though it has its positive side, also has a negative side, which is inflation. If you're increasing the amount of money in circulation without increasing productivity, that is the amount of products being produced in Nigeria, if you are not increasing that, because of course the money should represent the amount of productivity available. So if money goes ahead of the productivity available, do you know what is going to happen? What is going to happen is that we're going to have inflation. Prices are going to go up. Honestly, that's the reason why no country can just decide to start printing money. Because honestly, what we're doing right now is that we are trying to print money in order to handle the sort of demand that is on ground right now. Printing more money in order to just keep the economy going and all of that. Because most places are shut down right now. I mean, Lagos, which is a very big hub of our economy in Nigeria, is shut down right now. Kano is under shutdown right now. So many places are under shutdown right now. It's very serious. Our economy isn't good right from time, and now we are undergoing a serious shutdown that even developed countries like the United States is reeling from. United States already lost 22 million jobs already. Just imagine the number of jobs that are going to be lost in Nigeria in the private sector, because the private sector is not going to be able to keep employing people if there is no profitability in it, because the company is going to run aground at the end of the day. So the only way to save the company is to lay people off. That's the only thing. It's very sad. Many people are going to lose their job. So honestly, this coronavirus is beyond. It's really, really beyond the issue of people dying directly from the coronavirus. There's going to be a whole lot of issues that will be coming up from like the aftermath of this coronavirus. It's very, very sad, but that's the situation on ground right now. There's a very serious possibility of recession, so everybody should just be as much as possible prepared for it. So again, salaries might have serious cuts. But then there is a new development. The OPEC and the people in the OPEC, the countries in the OPEC, that's in Saudi Arabia and Russia and some other countries, including Nigeria, decided at the end of last month to, okay, let's come together. Okay, let's figure out how we are going to cut down on this on production. So if you reduce production, that is, there's little supply, there's going to be increase in demand at the end of the day. And if there's increase in demand, it means what? Price will go up. So that's a way to try to boost the prices so that the countries in OPEC that are not able to compete at that very low price that Saudi Arabia and Russia are able to compete can still be in business a little bit, so that the economies, especially for those countries like Nigeria that have the economies completely dependent on oil, can still survive. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And of course, Russia already agreed that as from May and June, they will start cutting back on production. And of course, Saudi Arabia agreed on that too. But again, Saudi Arabia is now increasing a lot of production right now, which is starting to drive the thing down more and more. So hopefully they're going to cooperate and just help countries like Nigeria out of the problem, because this thing is not sustainable for us. We cannot compete with those countries, and our economy is going to be in shambles if this thing continues. Again, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe again, like the video, and share with your friends. And I'll be seeing you guys next time.